business leaders and surgeons and barristers. I see women who are going to win elections and science competitions and arts awards.
Do not be afraid to fail.
We can
Well, good evening, my good people. Good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy Tiff Talk Sunday. It is me, the host for the day. I ain't gonna say the hostess with the mostest, but it's me, Ken Parker, talk partner, GM. Here today to give some gems about men's health and where we stand today in society with it. Men's health has been one of the big talks of within the last couple of years. Been more awareness around it, as far as like the causes of it, where we stand with being more in tune with our awareness with our health, our family, making us more aware with our health, society making us more aware with our health. We have a lot of work to do around that, and I'm gonna say came a long way, but we have made some strides and going into a better direction with it. As you know, with men, our life expectancy is way shorter than women's, whereas ours is I think it's like 76 years old, whereas women is 81, 82 years old. They always say men do men things, that's why we don't live longer than women, but I mean, it's partially true, but you know, it is what it is with that. But I do know that one of the leading causes of our demise, I would say, is us not taking care of ourselves and going as far as going to the doctor, getting screened, getting pre-screened, just taking care of ourselves. I do know that 2 years ago, 2021, that they did a percentage, like a survey on men that go get, their yearly checkups, their yearly screenings versus who don't. And I want to say the numbers was like 40% did, the other 60 didn't, which is a terrible percentage. But now, 2023, as of right now, 60% of men do go get their regular yearly checkups and monthly checkups, and 40% don't. Still have a lot of work to do around that, but it's good to see that we're going in the right direction. As you do know, this month is No Shade November, which is awareness around not only cancer, but prostate cancer. And as you know, prostate cancer is the number one diagnosed cancer for men. Not the leading cause of death for men, cancer-wise, but the most diagnosed. And that comes from us not taking our yearly checkups and our yearly screenings. They say that you're supposed to do your yearly screening your prostate screenings when you're getting close to 40 and above that. You have to go yearly after that. I know a lot of men shy away from it because of the procedure involving getting your prostate exam. I think they have better technology these days to actually go forward with the procedure, which I'm getting up to 40 myself, past 35, I'm 37. So I do know that I need to start taking precautionaries with that as myself. So I will be, looking into that. But it is a good thing for us to start doing is your yearlies, every 6 months at least, just to make sure we're on the right page. So if prostate is the leading diagnosed cancer, lung cancer is the number one death-causing cancer. It claims like 22% of lives, not only men lives, just lives across the board. So we have to be more cognitive around taking genetics tests, seeing what runs in the family, eating healthy, sleeping, exercise, like the bare minimum stuff to make sure that we're actually taking care of ourselves. Because if not, then it's gonna lead to other stuff. I want to say, also suicide. So men, don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But they say for every woman that commits suicide, 4 men commit suicide. So we're 4 times more likely to have suicide or commit suicide than women. But women are 3 times more likely to attempt suicide. It's just saying that we're more likely going to carry it out. That plays into a lot of mental health, which is not, it's a touchy subject that a lot of people don't like to talk about as well, as far as us. Our mental health is important, like very, 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 very important. Like I tell everybody on a daily basis, you never know what somebody's going through, what's going through their head, how they're processing, if they can process. And a lot of people just need help or knowing how to process, and they don't know how to process. That could be a detonation waiting to happen. I know my wife got me into counseling 2, 3 years ago. I won't say I haven't been a lot this year, but I know for at least 2 years straight that helped me go through a lot, get through a lot, get us through a lot of me knowing myself, who I am, my past, processing it, processing the marriage, processing just a lot of different things. So I want to say I used to hold a lot of stuff in, like a lot, like bottle everything up and just blow up, and that's not a good thing to do. So now I kind of process, kind of get it off. I know me and my wife talk a lot more these days than we used to. So, cause I was never a person like to have conversations when I was upset or be mad about it. Didn't know how to communicate that, but I'm better at it now because of processing through therapy and working on my mental health and making sure that I'm in a good space. But we do need to be more cognitive of our mental health, processing, because depression at an all-time high, bipolar at an all-time high, just people doing a lot of unnecessary crazy things. And people quick to say, oh, mental illness, mental illness, mental illness. There's a lot of help these days for mental illness, so that's starting to be like a washout. So please, 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 if you know somebody, if you love somebody, and you really care about them, please care about their mental health as well, because when that goes, everything else goes with it. And I really appreciate her for getting me through that. A lot of things can cause depression as well. Family, death in the family, loss of friends, loss of job, significant life events, loss of a house. A lot of people can't take any type of loss, so that could, you'll slide into depression that way. You slide into depression if things don't go your way. You don't know how to process, I'm not saying failure, but setbacks. So please always have a good corner, good circle. Somebody's gonna keep you accountable, hold you accountable, or you can hold them accountable. That type of things, those type of people will keep you aligned in what you're trying to do, keep your mental health on the straight and narrow and not go backwards, because that's not a good thing to go backwards. Let's see. I know I changed my diet about 3 months ago. I was upward north of 260, I believe, down to 235. Started noticing I was feeling sluggish, sleepy, no energy. Didn't like the feeling that I was having. So I changed my diet, started eating better, more water. I exercise a lot because I work in a physical environment, but like as far as eating, got more vegetables, more fruit. I eat fruit daily. I drink a lot of water daily. I want to say incorporate more healthy snacks. Like I probably eat a sandwich, probably a foot-long Subway sandwich, maybe at least 2 salads out the day. Try to keep a healthy balance just in case I do get out of whack with eating something crazy. But everybody knows I love hamburgers. I love wings. I love pizza. But I do know that I cannot overindulge in those things, because that would get me back out of whack. So I do those in moderations. But eating healthy is a big part of dieting. A big part when you're working out. It's a big part of anything that you do. Also, rest. Not enough rest causes a lifetime or long term of other stuff you don't want to deal with. I get in trouble a lot because I don't get enough rest myself, and I'm working on that because of my work schedule and the family life. But at the same time, I do need rest. Your body will shut down. You will get sick. Other things will arise if you don't get the adequate amount of rest. That please, please, please. 8 hours is recommended, 6 at least, but you do need some type of rest so your body can heal, regenerate, do what it needs to do for you to continue on with your days. So please be mindful of that. They say the recommended amount of physical activity is 2.5 hours per week. Whatever that 2.5 hours you do, 2.5 hours per week. It stimulates your brain, get your body flowing, keep your muscles moving, lowers the depression, lowers cholesterol in case of heart attacks or anything of that nature, diabetes, whatever the case is. Just keep you motivated, keep you active, keep you going. Whatever keeps you active, whatever activity that keeps you active, please try to indulge in that at least 2.5 to 3 hours a week. Like I said, I work in a physical environment, so 90% of the time I'm actually doing something physical, so I think I'm doing more than what I need to, but at the same time that I'm still doing something to keep me going. So that's when the rest and the eating well comes into play to keep me aligned with what I have going on for myself, to keep my health and mental health aligned. So I don't know, fellas, please be mindful. Or really buckling down, taking care of what you need to take care of. I had a lot of loss this year, not personal, but individuals that I do know. 90% of them heart attack. I don't know what their diet was or what, you know, their regimen was weekly, monthly, or how they lived their life, but I do know 90% of those were heavily around heart attacks, heart disease, cardiac arrest. And yeah, and the more and more I hear it, the more and more I get nervous, because it's like, you know, it creeps on anybody. Even I done seen healthy people, you know, have cardiac arrest and things of that nature. So you never know. Like I say, it's good to know your genetics. It's good to know what's running your family. It's good to know how to prevent it once you do find what runs your family. So you can look for it if you know the signs of it. So please be mindful of that. If you have friends and loved ones that you can kind of help support in what they got going on, as far as however they live, whatever they got going on with their health, with their mental health, please be mindful, because not only us men, but women, kids, the elderly, we all kind of need help and mental guidance as far as that nature. So please, just because your age doesn't mean that you don't need it. I always just say I'm grown, I don't need it. Or that's a kid, they don't need it. No, that doesn't make no sense. Everybody in some form or fashion needs mental health realignment, physical health realignment. We are different. We all have different genetic makeups. So yeah, we really need to bog down on that. So going into 2024, I hope that our stats are better than what they are right now. Not saying that they're bad, but it's a lot of room for improvement for us fellas. As far as where we at and where we stand in the timeline and the lifeline. So please, let's bog down on that. I will start I need to do my yearly starting at the top of the year, which I will be ready for that. Starting getting back to a routine of going to the doctor and getting those things done myself. So gotta stay healthy. Don't matter how much you work out, don't matter how much you eat good, you still gotta make sure all your vitals are good. Make sure, you know, even as far as like going to the eye doctor, I recently went to the eye doctor, and the doctor was like, yeah, you have a very healthy cornea, you have a very healthy, everything he was saying was healthy. I thought I was in bad shape, but going to him after he ran some kind of extensive 3D test and looked inside my eyes and seeing what was going on in there, he was like, your eyes are very healthy as far as physicality wise. So I was kind of surprised about that. So just make sure you go, you know, get those done. Like I go eyes, dentist, physical, at least once a year. Like I said, go back and get into with a therapist. You don't need to talk to them all the time. Just check in. Your spouse can be a therapist. I mean, I don't recommend it all the time, but that'll be a good, you know, kind of good place to start winging it, talking, seeing what's what with that. But yeah, my fellas, my people, everybody, if you love them, please make sure y'all hold them accountable for what they do or what they don't do, because that will play a part in the long term. So I really appreciate my wife for keeping me accountable anytime I'm not feeling well or anytime that I need to do something, because she really plays a part in what I do, because she will stay on my neck about it and make sure that I do get it done. And I do appreciate that. So you need people in your corner like that. And my daughter as well, she stay on me as well about certain stuff. Make sure that I'm in tune and I'm taking care of myself, because I'll just keep going and going and going and going and going until I pass out. So been like that for years, but you do need to kind of retract and rebrand yourself, as I must say, or as the people will say, rebrand yourself into a better you. So 2024 better. I hope for better results from us. I will be checking back in with you guys to let you know where we stand with that. Hope the mental health numbers go up. Hope the physical health numbers go up. Hope the decreasing numbers go down as far as cancer and heart disease and diabetes with us. And ultimately, the suicide rates drop tremendously, because right now we're at an all-time high, and that is not a good look. That is actually kind of scary. So hopefully we get this mental health in order so we can kind of drop drastically to zero on these suicides. I know it's impossible, and nothing's impossible, but if it's that high, I'm just hoping for a better change and not a drastic change. So I really thank you guys for today. This is not our normal Tiff Talks ordeal. It's kind of like a check-in, seeing where we at. Men's check-in type thing. You know, us men, we don't like the long, drawn-out, exclusive, kind of get in, get out, seeing where we at. But I really appreciate you guys' time. I really appreciate her platform, because she really has done well with the platform. Yeah, and actually, I think upcoming, she will be checking in with you guys on Tuesday for her Tiff Talks at 7 at 7. So check in with her on that on Tuesday. Going into the holiday weekend, getting ready for, I think, her upcoming events at the top of the month, and getting ready to close out the year to get ready for our 2024 season. We do our little month hiatus or 2-month hiatus to get ready for the new season. So that's coming up as well. So keep in tune with that. Everybody in the comments, please, please, please drop FTA in the comments for the algorithm to make sure these videos get out and be more visible to the platform. So as any time, what you do, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your holidays. I really appreciate you guys taking your time to talk with us. And please, at any given day, and I always say, keep talking. Thank you guys.